Hey guys, Jason Delgado here, and I'm going to go through a quick user review of the LUCID MLX. This is a fairly new scope on the market. When I say fairly new, I mean fairly new, okay? LUCID just started developing these long-range scopes here recently after runoff on a few reflex sights and close-quarter battle optics. From what I understand, LUCID actually went to military or combat experienced snipers and had the common sense and the decency to ask them, hey, if you were able to be involved in the process of the manufacture of a scope, what would you want? Okay, so this is the product of experience and lack of fewer words. Okay. What I really love about this scope, it has all your bells and whistles that come in a standard super expensive scope, i.e. Schmidt and Bender, Vortex. For example, you have a starting at the base of 4.5 power variable all the way up to 18 power scope with a reticle that's obviously on the first focal plane, which means it adjusts with the magnification. All right. You also have your scope rings, your focus ring, where they normally are in every other reticle, every other scope, right on the edge of your ocular lens here. Okay. And also a very simple marking, so that you know that you're either adding or taking away some focus. Same thing with the come-ups. Everything is self-explanatory. All right. Taking human error and confusion out of the adjustments within the scope. Okay. Let's talk about the windage turret here. So what I love most about the scope is that they actually made it simple for the shooter to dial in adjustments, because the turrets are written or are adjusted in the same language as the reticle, which is mil radian. So that being said, as you look downrange and you notice your adjustments, or you notice a need for an adjustment, you'll just go ahead and read how far left, right, up, or down are you on that reticle, and get that mil hold and dial it directly in to the elevation or the windage knob, because it's in mils. It's in tenth of a mil increments, which is amazing. Okay, and they also have these reference points here, so that you can basically go straight to your data. And it also has your second, third evolution indicators. All right. Another thing you have here that's super awesome is the fact that when after you zero, it doesn't require tools to slip the turrets. Let me show you. So as it's in place now, at the low point, the turrets are locked. So there's no bumping the turret and it knocking it out of zero and you losing your dope, all right, by accident. Like we know what happens in combat, all right? Things happen, especially when it's in your gun bag and things of that nature, all right? Or when you're jumping through windows or jumping from rooftop to rooftop, you know what I mean? So that's super important, all right? What it requires to make some adjustments onto this turret is a short lift. Once you lift up just as such on the turret, you can engage the gears in which adjust the reticle. Okay, so I am not gonna jack up my brother's dope here, but right now I am at his zero. So what I mean by not requiring any tools to slip your turrets to zero, as you see, it's almost like a watch, where one stage of the pull will adjust the hands of the watch, and the next stage of the pull will adjust the date on the watch. So the first stage engages the gears, which turn the reticle, adjust the reticle. The second stage is, as you pull up, slip the turrets. So I can slip the turret that easy and lock it in place as such. So you can actually technically perform a battlefield zero. Say you're off a target, okay, and you know for a fact this target's at like 300 yards, okay? So at 300 yards, you dial in your range, or you dial in your dope for 300 yards, and you're off, okay? So you'll swing that over to something else away from your target area, and because something happened to the gun, all right? So you go ahead and dial on that range, and now you're dinging something at an equal distance at 300 yards, and now you got it dead on, point of aim, point of impact, correct? What you're going to do is you're just going to slip your turret right then and there and swing that bad boy back over to the target and start engaging your target. More importantly, now all your data for the following ranges or following engagements will coincide with what's in your data book. Amazing, right? So, and without the need of an Allen wrench, without the need of a screwdriver or a quarter or what have you, all right? So I thought that was pretty awesome and pretty simple, and I definitely appreciate the fact that they did that, okay? Let's talk about this huge parallax adjustment ring, which is amazing, okay? And they also have your hashers here, where basically it's almost incremented like a BDC, all right? So what you see here is obviously your infinite all the way out to your 1,000 yards, okay? So remember, guys, parallax is a super, super huge big deal when you're shooting long range, all right? You have to ensure that your weapon is parallax free at that perspective yard line in which you're firing. If not, your reticle is going to float at a different focal plane than what that target is on, and what that's going to transpire to downrange is inconsistencies in your grouping, okay? And you're not going to know what the hell's going on until you realize, hey, I have to adjust my parallax. So once again, super awesome scope, 4.5 power to 18 variable, which is super adequate for big bore weapon systems like 338s, 300 Win Mags, 50 cals. I mean, you could throw this bad boy on anything, okay? What I don't like about the scope, I have to be honest with you, I can't completely be on the train here, and it's a simple fix, okay? The reticle is a mil stadia reticle. You don't have mil dots, which I love. I love hashers. Hashers are definitive points in where you can mill out targets, and you can put these lines on edges and you can see them crisply. So there's no guessing where the marker is between a mil dot, you know, 0.2, 0.1, so on and so forth. So you're guessing when you're doing your mil relation formula. So
what would you have wanted to see?
What I would like to have seen, and that's because of my experience as a functional sniper and also as a sniper that's trained in advanced courses. A lot of snipers that don't have experience with H25 Horus reticles or H27s or that waffle pattern, like, I guess for the lack of better words, waffle pattern like reticle, they don't like it because they call it quote unquote busy. Well, had they actually shot it and seen the functionality of that, having all those reference points, everyone would have been a fan of it. All right, that's all it takes. So let me tell you something right now. More reference points will never hurt. So I would like to have seen more reference points on the lower half of this reticle. So that way, because I personally don't like dialing in dope. I like using mill holes.
Right.
All right, and it's just faster for me. I'm not wasting time on the gun dealing with it, and I'm not breaking position. I'm maintaining that position. I'm maintaining that consistency. So that way, once I get an accurate call, I'm going to go ahead and adjust for it on the reticle. So, guys, Lucid, listen up. Great piece of gear here. Absolutely love it. And for the price,
$650, man.
Better.
$650.
A scope of this caliber out in the market goes anywhere from $800 to $1,200. Okay, you're getting this for $650. This is top notch, guys. But I would like to see you guys improve on that reticle pattern. All right. So
fair enough.
Once again, this is Jason Delgado in conjunction with Spear Survival, our advanced long range rifle course. And I'll just like to say, hey, thank you for helping us out and supporting us, and keep up the good work, all right? And those of you guys considering purchasing a scope, you know, getting your bang for your buck, this is definitely the one, all right? Lucid MLX.
And we're out.